Hey church, it's Pastor Geoffrey with the weekly video blog update for the coming weekend, which is the 15th and 16th of November. Here we are heading to the middle of November, and not too far into the future we'll be in Thanksgiving week. Amazing how time flies really quickly. I am coming to you a little bit early this week. It's Tuesday morning here in the office. And I want to make you guys aware of activities at the church this week. Actually, we are starting tonight with an activity. Those of you who signed up to be counselors for the Todd Becker Foundation evangelistic outreach at the school during the first week of December, we are having training tonight at 7 p.m. over at the old Methodist church, the community church, not too far away from our church. And so we're going to meet up over there a little bit before 7 o'clock. If you signed up to be a counselor, I look forward to seeing you guys there for some training, and we can prepare to be able to make a difference in our community through the Todd Becker Foundation event. Looking forward to that. And then Wednesday, we will be together for our weekly meal together at 6 p.m. in the fellowship hall, followed by our Bible study, where we will finish up the book of Esther, the last two chapters of Esther. Chapter 10 is pretty small. Chapter 9, the last events of Esther, where we learn about Purim, and so we'll talk about that and finish up that event after our meal. So Bible study at 7 p.m. after our fellowship meal at 6 p.m. Then we move into Thursday, and the ladies will be back together Thursday morning at 10 a.m. in the fellowship hall, and that will be for the BSF Bible Study Fellowship. The ladies will be finishing up the book of Daniel, Daniel chapters 10, 11, and 12 in the lesson this week. Lots of interesting history in those chapters, a good bit of prophecy as we look forward to the Antichrist. Ladies, if you've been part of that study, then you'll be blessed by that. And if you have not been part of the study, ladies, and you want to get started, what an opportunity to jump in. Just show up at the church at 10 a.m. on Thursday morning, and they'll get you plugged in with that study. And then we move into the weekend, and this is a normal weekend that we would have our men's prayer breakfast, but we're going to postpone that a week as Jamie is going to be out of town, and so we're not going to have men's prayer breakfast this weekend. We're going to have it the weekend of the 22nd, so that will be in Beaver City on the 22nd. I'll talk more about that next week on the blog update. So no preparation on Saturday for that event. But then we get into Sunday, and we go back to the book of Daniel, chapter 6 on Sunday, with a message entitled Entrapment. Entrapment. And we begin to look at the faithfulness of Daniel. One of the hallmarks of Daniel's life is that he was a very faithful and committed believer of Jehovah. That is on display in Daniel chapter 6. So that message at 10 a.m. on Sunday called Entrapment, we'll dive into that a good bit. So those are the activities for the week, beginning tonight. For those of you who are going to be part of the Todd Becker Foundation training at the Methodist Church, our weekly meal on Wednesday, and Bible study finishing up Esther, the BSF ladies, on Thursday, and then the opportunity to worship the Lord on Sunday. So we look forward to seeing you at the church. Love you guys.